Why is it vital for organisations to consider this comprehensive platform for all elements of their business?
I think the interesting part of that question for me is the concept of all elements of a business and SharePoint being a platform. We very much view SharePoint as being pervasive across a business. Any element of a business can use SharePoint for their specific needs. If you look at the actual platform piece, we can look at SharePoint being a DM system for any part of the business. It's pervasive. However, if you look at something like HR, they may want people search and they may want to extend SharePoint for their needs. Really, when we build SharePoint as a platform, we're looking across the business and looking at different views and pulling them into one single view.
What's the most important thing an attendee should take away from today's seminar?
I think there's a lot they could take away, but for me, one of the key things is scale and scope. What is it? What can it do? How can it work for me? Vision is also a key factor of what we want to try and give across. Many previous attendees have said this has really shown them the vision for what they can do with SharePoint. So scope and vision really are the key things I'd like people to take from the seminar.
What do you feel is the biggest challenge when implementing SharePoint in any organisation?
I think SharePoint obviously has a number of benefits, but challenges are around how do we deploy it correctly. One of the biggest challenges will always be culture. It's a fairly obvious one. We're going to do new things and do it in a different way. Culture can be a challenge. I think for us though, where we see failures and where we see difficulties with SharePoint is where there isn't a vision and a roadmap. So understanding culture and understanding vision and roadmap are a key factor for success.
What makes the core SharePoint Explorer seminar different from other SharePoint seminars?
I think in our seminar we really try and focus on real world. It's very much about demos. It's very much about showing the product in action. I think if you wrap that with one key factor, and that's honesty, we'll be very blunt about SharePoint, what it's good at, and SharePoint, what it's not good at, putting those together and showing real world examples.
At the most basic level, what is SharePoint?
What is SharePoint? Probably the most difficult question I get asked on a daily basis. I suppose to simplify the answer, we can look at it from two perspectives. From a business perspective, it's about creating a set of solutions to unite the key assets within a business, namely the people, the information, the content, and the process, what a business does. It really is about creating a glue to pull all those together in a single view. From a technical perspective, we can get into much more detail on what SharePoint is. It's a collaborative tool, it is a content management tool, it is a website. Really, what we try and do at Core is understand how you pull those units together and create real-world solutions.
So who is SharePoint for?
I think a simple answer to that question is it's for everyone. Now, I know that's a pretty broad statement, so what do we mean by that? SharePoint is a platform, so it's about trying to understand how it fits with different customer needs. At Core, a number of our customers will use it in very, very different ways. For example, in the insurance sectors, we've got customers who use it for full end-to-end underwriting, full line of business systems. We also have customers in the charity sector, for example, Chester Zoo, who use it as their national intranet. Really, it's about understanding it as a platform and where it fits. In our experience, it is for everyone.